Hi everyone. I hope you all had a lovely weekend so far, especially during this holiday season. I hope you all had your Christmas shopping sorted, and so did I. Happens to be one of my favourite time of the year. So I thought I could read you a couple of Christmas related stories from these book series called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I know it's a bit strange, but hope you like it. Okay. The Wreck. Fred and Jean went to the same high school, but they met for the first time at the Christmas dance. Fred had come by himself, and so had Jean. Soon, Fred decided that Jean was one of the nicest girls he had ever met. They danced together most of the evening. At 11 o'clock, Jean said, "I have to leave now. Can you give me a ride?" "Sure," he said. "I've got to go home too." "I accidentally drove my car into a tree on my way over here," Jean said. "I guess I wasn't paying attention." Fred drove her to the head of Brody Road. It was in a neighbourhood he didn't know very well. "Why don't you drop me off here?" Jean said. "The road up ahead is in really bad condition. I can walk from here." Fred stopped the car and held out some tinsel. "Have some," he said. "I got it at the dance." "Thank you," she said. "I'll put it in my hair." And she did. "Would you like to go out sometime to a movie or something?" Fred asked. "That would be fun," Jean said. After Fred drove off, he realised that he did not know Jean's last name or her telephone number. "I'll go back," he thought. "The road can't be that bad." He drove slowly down Brady Road through thick woods, but there wasn't a sign of Jean. As he came around a curve, he saw a wreckage of a car ahead. It had crashed into a tree and had caught fire. Smoke was still rising from it. As Fred made his way to the car, he could see someone trapped inside, crushed against the steering column. It was Jean. In her hair was the Christmas tinsel he had given her. Gosh, that was scary. No, hope you like that one. The Cat in the Shopping Bag. Mrs. Briggs was driving to the shopping mall to do some last minute Christmas shopping when she accidentally ran over a cat. She could not bear to leave the corpse on the road for other cars to hit and squash, so she stopped, wrapped the cat in some tissue paper she had with her, and put it in an old shopping bag in the back seat. She would bury it in the backyard when she got home. At the mall, she parked her car and began walking to one of the stores. She had only taken a few steps when, out of the corner of her eye, she saw a woman reach into the open window of her car and take the shopping bag with the dead cat. Then the woman quickly got into her car nearby and drove away. Mrs. Briggs ran back to her car and followed the woman. She caught up with her at the diner down the road. She followed her inside and watched the woman slide into a booth and give the waitress her order. As the woman sat sipping her soda, she reached into Mrs. Briggs's shopping bag. Then she bent down and looked inside. A look of horror crossed her face. She screamed and she fainted. The waitress called an ambulance. 2 attendants carried the woman away on a stretcher, but they left a shopping bag behind. Mrs. Briggs picked up the bag and ran after them. "This is hers," she called. "It's her Christmas present. She wouldn't want to lose it." There. I hope you all like my stories, and I wish you a very good week, all of you. And thank you. Please like and subscribe, and hope you have a nice day.